So it has now been about a week since the day of reckoning for Adam22. As for his wife Lena, this has really just been the beginning of the rest of her life. The scene came out, people's reactions to it were hilarious, and this has to have been the biggest story online for almost a month now, which is no easy task to accomplish. I mean, look at that submarine, or the grimace trend. These topics tend to die off faster than the career of Smoke Perp, and Adam has now been doing everything in his power to propel the clout farming further. In fact, everything that has happened since the tape dropped, from the manufactured beef with Jason Love to the constant memeing of his own life, tells me that Adam might possibly be the puppet master behind this whole nasty concoction. It's like everything was carefully planned, as if he was some sort of Bill Belichick, designing these master plays of degeneracy. And so let me take you guys back in my magic time machine to the morning the tape actually dropped, and we actually had Charlie, aka Moist Critical, weighing in on the action, saying waking up at 5 AM and seeing Adam22's wife getting f***ed on the timeline is a wild way to start the day. And I would say that this was the sentiment that most rationally minded individuals out there shared. I'm telling you guys, this tape was absolutely everywhere. It was like it was inescapable if you were online like some sort of black plague. And in response to this tweet, Adam says, "You know what time it is," including a gif of Shaquille O'Neal holding a bottle of lotion, and basically alluding to the idea that Charlie would be choking his chicken to this scene. Personally, I do my best to avoid watching corn. I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone's gotta get their rocks off, and I really think there's nothing wrong with like looking at images of naked women and stuff like that. But just to be truthful with you guys for a second, once you start watching videos of couples together, you know, a man and a woman, in my opinion, that's like the gateway to like, we always like to make fun of the little sneakos in the corner, but to me, when you're sitting at home watching that stuff, you're really not that different from him. The morning the scene dropped, Adam also tweeted out this: "Decided to give my baby something nice to celebrate her first BBC scene. Love you, boo."
Okay, Lena, I'm so proud of you doing your first ever BBC scene that I decided that I wanted to get you a little something nice. Open your eyes.
What? This? For me? Oh my god! Babe! I really need to keep this?
This is for you. It's anything for my queen.
Oh my god, I have a nicer car than you now. I love it, thank you!
So obviously this whole interaction was about as real as a Darman video. It's really just more of Mastermind Adam farming engagement online. And it was obviously working. I mean, this clip alone got 9.6 million views. The day it dropped, Lena also tweeted this out: "He took me on a surprise date night for being wifey of the year. They appear to be on some sort of Los Angeles rooftop watching a movie. And it's actually rumored that they threw the scene on here so Adam could watch it in its totality for the very first time." Can you guys imagine you're taking your family out for a nice helicopter ride around the city? You're like, "Oh, look down there, someone's watching some cool film. What is it, Harry Potter?" Nope, it's just Adam22's wife getting stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey. And this is where things really start to get crazy, as that man Jason Love, who was the performer alongside Lena in the video, decided to go and record the post-game interview as if he had just dropped a triple-double in the NBA Finals. And it's actually my belief that Adam22 is the one who set this up and kind of fed him some lines to say that he knew would drive some crazy engagement online. And he knew they could kind of go to war and start this online beef.
Oh, they say, once you go black, you never go back. Do you agree with that statement?
I wouldn't say never go back, but you're always going to think about going back for sure. Because obviously you can go with a black guy is like a trash fish, but good, like, obviously you're not going to go back, but you're going to think about it a lot. So obviously thoughts will be lurking all the time, guaranteed. At least for 3 months for sure.
Oh, why 3 months?
After about 90 days, you can kind of like subdue those thoughts a little bit, and it won't come back and linger as much.
Okay.
I like how this guy is turning into some sort of adult film philosopher, talking about the residual effects of the BBC, and he's basically sending some shots at Adam right there, saying no matter what you do, how many times you get with your wife after this, she's always going to be thinking about me in the back of her head, wishing that I was the one laying it down.
So you know after you woman, you're for sure going to be on her mind for 3 months.
Guaranteed. Like, without doubt. Because I'm going to put that work in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this has to be one of the most insane things that we've ever covered on my channel. By the way, I know some of you sickos out there peep the scenery. Y'all know this ain't no magic school bus. This is actually a different type of tour.
Do you think that you her better than Adam did?
Well, obviously, yes.
Insane.
But I'm pretty sure he probably felt different with Adam for her because love is involved emotions. But as for the physical aspect of getting, obviously.
Whose idea was it to end an?
Oh my god.
Okay,
so for those of you guys that don't know what they're talking about, because this scene did happen to tumble across my timeline, at the end of their interaction, this guy of course let all his cane sauce out, and she decided to go within her canals, take the cane sauce out the bottle, and devour it as if she had not eaten for the last 2 weeks. I'm telling you guys, there was some real passion involved in this.
had been stretched out in a while. So then I was doing all the stretching. It's like my was starting to get numb. We have to keep going. It was going so long that it was nothing I could do. It was like the numbness I didn't notice, and I'm like, yo, it's about, and then hey, it happened.
But then she got freaky with it. She started eating it,
Insane.
doing the nasty.
She got to the moment.
Yeah, so he did like this full 30-minute interview, and one thing I did notice is the whole time the girl interviewing him sounds like she wants to be next. He's just sitting up in there spread eagle. And this was also just some more reaction from Twitter. He says, "God damn, he f***ed the shit out of Adam22 wife. Had her buying the bed sheets." And that's been like the infamous meme that's come out of this whole film. And then Adam22's response to that was, "When you need a job done right, you call a professional." As if his wife was some sort of plumbing backup that he needed fixed, and he was trying to follow all these different YouTube tutorials, it really just wasn't working out, and so then he had to call in the big guns. I mean, hey, I guess either way, some pipes were getting cleared, right? Yeah, I'll see myself out. And then I also thought this was insane. DJ Academics decided to host some sort of watch party on his Twitch stream for this scene, and the whole time he's giving color commentary like he's Troy Aikman on Fox.
Okay, her eyes is starting to kind of look like she's
taking deep breaths.
Yeah, she's taking deep breaths. She might be going in and out of consciousness. As a referee, we gotta look. Should we call it? Let's see what's going on. She's caressing his chest. She's rubbing on his muscles. She's rubbing on muscles that Adam don't even have.
All right, I think that's enough of that. I also watched some of DJ Academic's takes on this whole situation as it was unraveling, and I think he made this very good point, because previously we did cover how during the interview with Lena that Adam had, she pretty much said that Adam had nothing to gain from a monetary standpoint when it came to this whole situation, and DJ Academic's response to that was that Adam better be getting paid, because without him this would not have been the biggest adult scene premiere of all time. Because really, him being who he is online, him being notorious within the hip-hop space, being a major podcaster, and really driving this whole narrative is essentially what sold this tape. I mean, without that, it would have pretty much just been like any other scene. I also found this interaction very interesting. Adam tweeted out this random picture of himself with some sort of Snapchat filter, I'm guessing. To which this guy Zach replies, "We get it, you're balding over the stresses you brought upon yourself." And then Adam22's response to that, I guess he thought this was some sort of grand slam, says, "Wow, that's a good one, Zach." And he shares this guy's profile picture, and I just really don't think this is the slam dunk that Adam assumed it would be. I mean, first off, he literally looks like Adam from another universe where he got to keep his hairline without going to Turkey, and he goes door to door selling Bibles and teaching the word of God. I mean, seriously, this guy could definitely be Adam22's brother. Riley Reid of all people also stepped in to try and be the voice of reason, saying, "I'm so fed up and annoyed with all these small ass boys who can't handle the fact that Lena shot a scene with Jason Love. The amount of hate coming towards her and Adam is insane to me," which is kind of funny given that Adam has been relishing in all the hate and really encouraging it with his comments during this time. "All you small ass men posting hateful shit are losers. LOSERS, losers." And to me it's like, does anyone really care about this woman's opinion? It's also ironic to me coming from her, given the fact that she's also the same person who went on a live stream and cried because of the fact that she felt like being a corn star pretty much ruined her entire life. It made her family cut ties with her. They didn't want anything to do with her and her reputation. And now that she has somehow found a man and had a kid, she's decided for herself that she doesn't want anything to do with that sort of activity. And that's the same person that doesn't see why so many people have comments for what they're out here doing, which is basically selling their morality to the highest bidder. And this is where this manufactured internet beef continues to escalate, as Adam responds to the Jason Love interview.
I guess we're doing this today. Hey, Jason Love, I trusted you to pork my wife. And it seems like that clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy and I ain't really feeling it. My D game, when I'm serving it, man, it's just like your mom's home cooking, because there's a special ingredient. It's called love. Don't make me expose you, and you know what I'm talking about. you are officially blacklisted from smashing my wife again.
Just another insane sentence to come out of the mouth of Adam22. And this video is just yet another example of why I think Adam is the puppet master in this whole situation. Here Adam continues to talk about the comments Jason made during the interview.
Not everyone, but a sizable percentage of the people who are responding to it are basically saying that he didn't do what they wanted him to do.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people out there saying that this tape was a whole lot of mid.
What did they want him to do? They wanted him to thrash her, to really pulverize the
Isn't that what usually goes
on the face? Instead, he apparently couldn't like process in his brain how to be respectful of Mr. 22 while speaking about porking my, which to me, that's kind of like the bare minimum, because like what I just told you guys off camera.
Right.
Yeah, in my opinion, Adam just has absolutely lost the plot. But hey, I guess if you're gonna lean in, you might as well lean in all the way, right? Jason then responds to Adam22's comments about him.
I'm saying, but if we shoot again, I might hit it with a 7.5 because, you know, I got to one up what I did the last time. No, I had to be gentle. You know, I couldn't. She having the same blizzard for 7 years. You know, if it's regular, then she get mine, which is like 2 of what she been used to. I couldn't just destroy her like that.
Yeah, so once again right there, he's kind of just trashing Adam's game. Something tells me this is all setting up yet another scene. I'm sure he's made at least a couple $100,000 off this venture. Adam's probably made a couple million. The wife has probably made a couple million. And so I would think they have seen this as a successful venture beyond their wildest dreams. Here's just another clip of Adam talking crazy.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you one last thing before I get off this, is that if my next child comes out African American, I'm gonna love him or her and raise them like my own, because that's how woke I am, brother.
I mean, I get he's trying to be like the reverse psychology troll at this point, but is it really trolling when it's this self-deprecating and this sad? Just some more memes. Someone says Adam22 when Lena gives birth in 9 months.
It looks black.
It is black.
Yo!
Both of them.
It's black!
The internet is insane. And undefeated. Just another classic internet meme. This guy says Adam22 and Lena's gender reveal party.
Moment of truth, right? Moment of truth. Let's go. Yeah. What you got here? What's a girl? Woo! What is it?
Girl.
What is it?
Girl.
If Adam22 is smart, he will definitely remake this.
Realistically, she's not going to be doing this forever, but we decided that it made a lot of sense for her to, you know, seize upon the moment, the fact that she's still got her youth about her, and slurp up a black for the in paper, man.
He liked it. He liked watching the video.
Yeah, I was kind of turned on by it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know Adam watched it up there in that nasty theater. Then they say Tate just cooked Adam22 on his relationship.
My relationship involves love, and I don't think it should happen outside of love. When you decide, and once again, I could be wrong, when you decide to keep exclusively for love, there's something beautiful and special about it. And if you decide not to do that, then you keep chasing a new high. Eventually, you're constantly just chasing a new high, and you end up just doing something weird. Whereas if you just say, I only sex with girls I love, then it's always special and it's always pretty sacred, and you get to just enjoy it that way. And beautiful children are birthed, and life goes on.
And I do think there's actually a lot of truth in what he's saying there, especially when he says it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I mean, look at Sneeko. He started to explore that realm of his life, and then all of a sudden he found himself at some crazy parties where he couldn't take the heat. And this is where things really start to get wild. Adam22 really just offered his wife to Cobra Tate. Haram.
Ever interested in doing your first ever scene that me and Lena, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like,
yo, dude,
would he be a suitable candidate? Can I tap him in?
I don't know.
I like how he says, could I tap him in, like he's playing Def Jam Vendetta.
There's absolutely 0% chance of that happening. And it's not because Lena is particularly unattractive, it's because she's married to Adam, and I have no interest in degenerate, pointless, I have no interest in making a spectacle of myself, or even just involving myself in anything which I deem to be overall haram and pointless. It's just not something I'd be interested in. There's not a single amount of money on the planet you could pay me to undertake. So
Antonio Brown also jumped in to say, let me get next. I mean, these are the type of comments that Adam is going to be dealing with for a very long time. And in general, it does seem like he's been embracing every single one of them. I mean, like I said, as long as it drives engagement to his page, as long as it's driving in dollars towards his brand and, you know, some notoriety, I think he's pretty much all good with it at this point. I mean, this is how you know it's all paying off from a monetary perspective. The hub actually reaches out to say, congrats on hitting #1 on our site, Lena the plug. So you know she's making a shitload of money, okay? Adam is gonna get that beach house. But that's pretty much all the updates I have for you guys in this situation. This will probably be the last time I talk about this whole thing unless something really crazy happens. I mean, I do have to admit, I have been watching some of the recent No Jumper shows, and Adam's new co-host, he's really been growing on me. They've actually been producing some pretty entertaining shit, so we will see where the No Jumper brand and Adam22 go from here. But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing, maybe even share it with a friend if you thought it was funny or informative. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other insane activities out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!